Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Today is Tuesday, January 19th, 2021. The time is 2:01 p.m. This is our weekly business meeting brought to you by your Board of County Commissioners. Calling this meeting to order, attending are Commissioners Duncan and Filios in person. Joining us by phone is Commissioner Bill Brooks. JP, you're elected. Lead us in the pledge, please. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, then, can we approve the consent calendar?
I move that we approve the consent calendar as listed on our business meeting agenda for January 19th, 2021.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Filios.
Aye, and the motion's carried. Payables list.
I move that we approve the payables for the week of January 11th through 15th, 2021 in the amount of $1,620,743.87.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Filios.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Moving on to our action items. But before that, do we have any changes to the agenda?
Yes, I'd like to request that we add an item which is remove trees from the north parking lot at Garden. They were a hazard over the weekend and had to be taken down before any property or human damage was done. And so I would like to okay the charge and okay the reimbursement of the party who paid.
Okay, so we can consider that a motion?
No, I can make a
You
separate
want to make a
motion.
formal motion?
Is there an emergency
Yes.
related to actually paying this bill?
Well-
Because the work's already done.
Right, no, the emergency was to okay the work and the payment.
But the work's already done, correct?
The work is already done, yes,
Is there a
over the
reason
weekend.
They couldn't wait until next week's business meeting?
It was a private individual who paid, and we kind of wanted to get them reimbursed. But we can put it back on for next week as well.
I'm just asking for a sufficient record of the emergency. Why couldn't?
Well, the thing is, okay, so the trees had to be removed because they were leaning and they were presenting a hazard toward life and property. The trees were located on, it was established on our lot, but they were leaning toward the Hamilton house. And so we basically authorized the people who leased the property to go ahead and have them removed.
Are they demanding payment immediately? I mean, because the emergency would be that it needs to be approved today and couldn't be put on an agenda in a timely fashion because there's an emergency related to payment.
Okay, so if we had been dealing directly with the tree service, we would have been able to wait. But because the tree service already got paid by the private party and they're out that money, in that sense, we think it's urgent.
That sounds like a sufficient record. You don't really have to convince me. I'm just asking
To
for
put
a
it-
record to be created. Yes.
Yep, okay.
All right, so I move we add that item to the agenda.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Filios.
Aye, and the motion's carried. So we'll basically list this as our first item, so motion.
I move that we approve the work and the payment from contingency funds to pay for the tree removal at the north parking lot upon invoice and proof of payment from the individual.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Filios.
Aye, and the motion's carried. Okay, so our next item, which was item number 1, is award bid 2020-09 for a wheel loader for solid waste. John Phillips.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Commissioners. John Phillips for the record. In reference to wheel loader bid number 2020-09, the Solid Waste Department recommends award to Western States Equipment, Hayden, Idaho, for submitting the lowest priced responsive bid. The total recommended bid award for this machine, including optional trade-in and additional warranty, would be $241,091.
And now, did you say that was Western States?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Motion.
Do we need to put the price in the motion? Is that what you want? Okay. I move that we award bid number 202009 for a wheel loader to Western States Equipment in the amount of $241,000.91.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Second item, award bid 2020-10 for a certified dozer rebuild, solid waste. JP.
Again, thank you for having me. John Phillips for the record. In regard to the certified dozer rebuild, bid number 2020-10, the Solid Waste Department recommends award to Western States Caterpillar, Hayden, Idaho, total amount of $525,000 even.
Okay. Was that the only bid?
It was the only bid.
Okay.
I move that we award bid number 2020-10 for the certified dozer rebuild to Western States Equipment in the amount of $525,000.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Thank you, JP. Item number 3, lease agreement with K&K Air Ventures LLC at the airport. Stephen.
Commissioner Stephen Kirko for the record. This is a new lease agreement. It's for K&K Air Ventures in the amount of $6,944.08 per year. That's a commercial rate.
Okay. Motion.
I move that we approve the lease agreement with K&K Air Ventures LLC for airport hangar space.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. And item number 4, also at the airport, a lease agreement with TND Holdings LLC. Stephen again.
Commissioner Stephen Kirko again for the record. This is a private lease agreement for $2,620.80 per year, and it's at the private hangar storage rate.
Motion.
I move that we approve the lease agreement with TND Holdings LLC and for airport hangar space.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. What was item number 5? Fiscal year 22 hazardous fuel reduction grant application, Resource Management Office. Kim.
Yes, this is Kim Riley. For the record, we are seeking authorization to apply for a hazard fuel reduction grant with the Idaho Department of Lands. This would be for the backside of Hayden and Hayden Lake. It would affect approximately 400 residences on approximately 25 acres. The total amount is $300,000 and the match would be in kind.
Okay, motion.
I move that we approve the grant application for the FY22 hazardous fuel reduction program with IDL.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Item number 6, Memorandum of Understanding, also known as an MOU, for the operation of North Snow overtime with U.S. Marshal Service. Once again, Resource Management Office. Is it Cam? Or is it?
This might be
I
Lieutenant
believe
Ellis.
Alice might.
It's Lieutenant Ellis.
It's Lieutenant Ellis. Go right
I'm
ahead.
sorry, was
Lieutenant.
that? Yes, we're seeking permission from the board to join a operation with the U.S. Marshal Service where they're going to reimburse us up to $5,000 overtime and $5 equipment on the operation in North Idaho.
Okay. Motion?
I move that we approve the memorandum of understanding for Operation Snow Overtime, which is paying for overtime from the U.S. Marshal Services with our KCSO.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Item number 7, professional service agreement, Treasurer's Office Consulting Services, LLC. I guess it was Lori Thomas, but it's Treasurer Matheson. Go right ahead, Steve.
Yeah, before you, you have a professional service agreement with SHBT LLC, which is basically an entity created by Lori Thomas, our Chief Deputy Treasurer, who is retiring tomorrow. In the abundance of caution, I would like to have a plan in place where I can contact her over the next year with questions that she may be able to answer for us. We have several litigations going on that she is really the sole historical knowledge that we have at the county, as well as she has some system-related knowledge that we'll probably have to tap into. The contract is for a maximum of $20,000. It begins February 1st of this year, runs through January 31st of 2022. The $20,000 I'm expecting to fund out of the existing treasurer's budget through cost savings, mostly in the form of salary salvage and reduced travel as relate to COVID-19.
I'm fine.
Yep.
Motion. Bill, are you okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Motion.
I move that we approve the professional service agreement between the Treasurer's Office for Consulting Services and SHBT LLC.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Thank you, Steve. Item number 8, quitclaim deed for interstate concrete and asphalt with community development. We're getting
Pat,
feedback.
yeah.
Yeah, this is Pat Braden, Civil Deputy Prosecuting Attorney for the record. This is a quitclaim deed to convey a small triangular piece of property that was taken by tax deed, went through the tax deed auction process, did not sell. The adjacent property owner is Interstate Concrete and Asphalt. And based on the commissioner's prior direction, I drafted this quitclaim deed to convey the property to Interstate Concrete and Asphalt so they can consolidate their land holdings.
Okay. So Pat, do we need to coordinate with Treasurer's Office or anything on past due taxes or fees?
I would. It was taken by tax deed recently, so I don't know if there are any past due taxes or not, but they would be able to opine on that.
Okay, because normally it goes through a different process and the treasurer comments on it before it comes before the board. And unfortunately, due to the circumstances of last week, I did not catch this. So, Dave, is there a problem going ahead with the quitclaim deed without getting the treasurer to weigh in?
Steve, do you have any comments? Do you have any knowledge about this? I'm ignorant of it, so, the situation. Maybe Pat.
I don't know it off the top of my head, but if Pat, do you have a description? How small of a parcel is it? And you know it went into tax deed this last year, so we're talking about 3 years of possible penalties and interest, correct?
Here's your cherry limeade.
Come on.
Pat, Steve, I guess you didn't hear Steve's question. We were just kind of curious because if it was taken by tax deed, there's at least 3 years unpaid. So I guess my question is typically the county is going to have to pay aquifer protection fees or fire protection fees if we quitclaim this without requiring any compensation, I guess, from the owner. new owner.
And, to my knowledge, that wasn't part of the, that wasn't mentioned as part of the negotiation with, when community development had that. I know the aquifer protection fee would likely be minimal if there is one at all.
Sure.
I don't know about, I think it's in Northern Lakes Fire Protection District, so I'm not sure if fire protection fees would apply either.
Okay.
Okay.
So typically,
So,
Pat,
but we could certainly make it contingent on confirmation.
Yeah,
of,
okay, that makes sense.
Any of those
Thanks,
fees,
Steve.
and just wait to record it until that issue's settled, and that would go for the next one also.
okay,
Okay, so,
For the next item, the next two deeds.
sure.
okay, so you want to deal with, well, let's entertain a motion for the current one.
So I move that we approve the quitclaim deed for the property going back to Interstate Concrete and Asphalt, contingent upon working with the treasurer's office to determine what fees are due.
Bill?
Yeah, that sounded good. Okay, yeah.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. A very similar situation, item number 9, 2 quitclaim deeds for Withycombe and Forestburg Pipeline Easement, Yellowstone Pipeline Company, Community Development, and once again, Pat Braden?
Yes, I'm still here. This one has to do with another parcel that was
Yes.
taken via tax deed, went through the auction process, was not sold. So we'd be pursuant to the board's prior direction, we would be quitclaiming half to Withycombe and the other half to Forsberg Trust, actually, and but expressly indicating that there is an easement in favor of Yellowstone Pipeline Company that actually 1950s, but these deeds put the property owners and the world on notice that easement exists, and with all the rights that go with that. And again, I have to, partially, I have to mea culpa with Mr. Matheson there, because I also missed sending this to the treasurer's office for comment. But again, to remedy that, I would recommend that we do the same thing we did the last time and make it contingent on settlement of any amounts owed to the treasurer.
Okay, motion.
I move that we approve 2 quitclaim deeds, one to Withycombe, one to Forestburg, which is split in half the pipeline easement for Yellowstone Pipeline Company, contingent upon reconciling fees with the treasurer's office.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion's carried. Item number 10, Resolution 2021-08 for unfunded mandates, Board of County Commissioners. Leslie?
Yes, we discussed this, sending this unfunded mandate resolution requesting that the governor and the legislature pass legislation that if they required more services from the county, that they would allocate state funds to support those services. So this is the resolution, and I will have it sent to each of our 9 legislators personally.
Okay. Motion.
I move we approve Resolution 2021-08, which is unfunded mandates to our legislators.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Final item, Resolution 2021-09, adopt findings for the parcels outside the city limits of Post Falls to be included in the Pleasant View Urban Renewal District within the city of Post Falls, civil prosecuting attorney. Pat?
Yes, I'm back. This is a resolution that would allow certain properties along Pleasant View Road to be annexed into the Post Falls Urban Renewal District, and as part of a new urban renewal area called the Pleasant View Urban Renewal Area or Urban Renewal District, ahead of annexation by the city of Post Falls. My understanding from their city attorney, Warren Wilson, is that all of the property owners involved have consented to annexation. There would actually be a small portion of our Prairie Transfer Station property along the right-of-way of Pleasant View Road to be annexed, to be part of this as well. I don't know what the status of that negotiation is with the city. My colleague Jamila Holmes is involved in that, but that would involve any additional revenue going to the urban renewal district anyway. Because this isn't us getting in the urban renewal business, or it would be just enabling the city to do what they were able to do with the Tech Park urban renewal area on the east side of Post Falls about a year or two ago, which the county assented to in that instance as well. And so this would just enable that process to go forward.
Pat, I think the property you're talking about from the Prairie Transfer Station was actually deeded into Post Falls. And that might have happened last week or
Yeah, very
sometime in
recently.
yeah, very recently. So,
Okay.
yeah. So it's
Okay.
actually their property now, and we're not going to be involved. So,
Okay. Yeah, that's. I think that's an excellent resolution. I just wasn't aware of that.
sure.
All right, then.
Okay.
We're going to proceed with the motion nevertheless, right?
Yes.
Okay, go right ahead.
I move we approve Resolution 2021-09 and adopt the findings for the parcels outside the city limits of Post Falls to be included in the Pleasant View Urban Renewal District in an agreement with the city of Post Falls.
I second the motion.
Before you vote, I just wanted, on my electronic version, it says 2020.09 instead of 2021.09. So I just want to make sure that gets fixed
Okay,
on the
it's-
final version.
Yeah, it's changed on our final version, so we're good.
It's accurate. It's accurate on ours.
Good.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, good.
So,
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Public comment. Hearing none, the time is 2:25, meeting adjourned.
Thanks, Pat. Thanks.